Welcome to the KMT Traders channel. We'll be looking at Ripple for this week in this video, but let's just have a look at the just like a little recap of May and how significant that actually was. So what I've drawn here are two trend lines for the downwards side. This is a trend line on the lower time frame. I think it is on the daily, and this is on the monthly. So this monthly is the overextension, and this is a more specific towards the daily / weekly. So in terms of looking at how May performed, May was a very good month in terms of breaking over the momentum side. So we've always been in this downwards momentum since January 18, but as of May last month, we've actually closed above the overextension of the downwards trend line. So this could signify the little spark that we needed for Ripple to go towards the next bull run, as we can see from this month. So let's just take it further and see how we can enter it in the best possible way. My computer hurries up. Okay, bear with me. Okay, sorry about that. So let's just take it to the daily. Okay, yeah, cool. So these lines that I've drawn here are my key levels. Let's just take it towards see what actually did happen. So we can see that. So this red line here, remember, this is the monthly overextension trend line, and this is the specific one towards daily / weekly. So we did get the push, we did got the breakout, and then we got the retest 2 times before we tried to go a bit before the bulls start to come into play and meant to change towards the upside. Now we see the pin bar rejections at these different levels, but we can't really see it as of now, but we can see how there was a lot of rejection and support in particular at certain levels. So there was a lot of ideal places where you could have got into Ripple at different times, but like I said, we look for the ones at current position. So I'll change this to a more vivid color. So yeah, so as of this extended leg here that we've made, we can see that we are currently in this upwards still trend. So this, I'm going to change this color actually to a purple. So this one that I made, this uptrend that I've just made right now is the extension of this uptrend that we have made in this bullish leg, where we had this retest twice, and it's the first push that we've actually had in terms of the retest. So normally this first leg is important in terms of how far we can break. As we've already closed above this level and in this region, we want the next step for us to continue this upwards is to get a close above this key level here. So that is why I've put the key level point here as well. I've also tested it, and there's also rejection, there's also support and resistance amongst this line. So it does stand and it is valid. So for us to get in towards this, let's take it further down to the hourly. So we can see here. So first things first, EMA switch over. So we know that the momentum has changed towards the bulls as we are in a buying condition. Now the next step is to wait for proper entry. So we want price action to close above this and find support properly on this line before we go up further. So what I would be looking in an ideal condition is something like this towards the upside. Is this that point? I do believe. yeah, this point here. So this would be the target that I would be looking at approximately, and then the stop loss isn't in any particular way. It just is dependent upon your stop loss, your risk to risk management, and also how price action plays out. So what I'll be looking for is to get in roughly around here if we do get the right confirmation key and risk to reward ratio. So I'll be looking for entry around this area, but like I said, make sure you do your own analysis beforehand. See if you do agree with my trades before you put your own ones in, and we'll just have to wait until next week to see how price played out and see how price responded towards my key levels. So let's see what happens next week, and hopefully it will we can dissect the actual price action and see what actually happened. So yeah, so thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.